Hello everyone, this is Dukki. Today we're going to learn about the theory behind freestyle swimming. What we call freestyle isn't actually freestyle. What I mean is, in freestyle events, everyone swims like this, but this stroke actually has a proper name. It's called the crawl stroke. Crawl. The word crawl actually means to move slowly on your hands and knees. When viewed from the side, it looks like you are crawling, which is how it got its name. So why does everyone use the crawl stroke in freestyle races? Here's the reason. Swimming is all about time. So the person who finishes first is the winner. It's just like running a race. In freestyle, you're allowed to swim in any style you want. That's what makes it freestyle. So, can you do the dog paddle in a freestyle race? Can you swim backstroke? Yes, you can. But then, why does everyone swim like this? It's because the crawl stroke is the fastest swimming technique we have today. That's why everyone uses it. Since everyone uses the crawl stroke in freestyle races, people just started thinking freestyle means crawl. Right? What we're actually learning at the pool isn't freestyle, it's the crawl stroke. So, how is the crawl stroke done? It's simple. Swimming is just like riding a bike. The same motions keep repeating. What do I mean? You kick, you pull, and you breathe. It's an endless cycle of the same movements over and over again, right? So how can we get better at it? The movements are actually simple, so why is it so hard? It's because of the water. The water changes everything and makes it difficult. That means if you can become one with the water, you'll be just fine. That's why, just like I mentioned last time, mastering your breathing timing is the most important part. Depending on your timing, your breathing might look awkward, or it might look just right. It's the same with your kick. You can kick like this or like that, but the key is to keep your knees straight while kicking, right? You can stretch your arms or you can bend them, right? But there's a difference. What's the difference? It all comes down to efficiency. Once you understand the difference in efficiency, you'll be able to swim faster and with less effort than others. So when you're swimming freestyle, you might wonder, why isn't my kick working, even though I understand it in my head? If that's you, you really need to watch this video. It's best to understand everything in your head first, then try the movements. Got it? So, how is freestyle actually put together? As you probably already know, freestyle is made up of 3 parts: the leg movement, the arm movement, and the breathing, right? Now usually, swimming instructors teach it like this. They'll have you practice kicking for a day or 2, then do a bit of arm movement and a bit of breathing, and once it's somewhat in place, they combine everything. That approach doesn't really work. What do I mean? Well, take kicking, for example. You need to practice until you don't even have to think about it. Your legs should be kicking straight, even without focusing on your knees. Even when you're rotating your arms, it should feel natural, like your body just knows what to do without you having to think about it. Your hands should be facing forward with the back of your hand leading, and your arms should be angled just like this. Even when it comes to breathing, everything should happen automatically without you thinking about it. This is what we call automation. At first, when we learn to breathe, we go like pa, but that means we're still focusing on it, we're still thinking about each breath. But once it becomes natural and automatic, what happens then? You don't even have to think about it. Once you're in the water, it just happens. Hum pa, all on its own. So, what does that tell us? It means you need to practice your kicking enough that it becomes automatic too. You need to practice your arm movement until it feels natural, so natural that you don't even have to think about it anymore. Your arms need to move automatically and move correctly, even without you thinking about it. You need to train to this level before moving on to the next step. You only practice a little bit of kicking, a little bit of arm movement, and a little bit of breathing, then you put them all together. That's why it's not working. So, what you need to fully master your kicking, fully master your arm movement, and fully master your breathing. After practicing each part separately and thoroughly, try combining your legs and arms first. Then, try combining your arms and breathing. Start with practicing them separately, then move on to 2 at a time, and finally, bring all 3 together. Do you see what I mean? So what happens if you skip the separate practice and try to combine all 3 at once? Well, here's what usually happens. Go. You'll probably end up going pa-pa, all frantic. When I teach beginner classes, I ask my students, why are you rushing so much? Slow down. And they always say, I'm trying to survive. They say it's because they're trying to survive, or sometimes they just say, it's because I'm impatient. Because all your focus is on breathing, you're not even aware if your legs and arms are moving correctly. It's simply because your mind is stuck on the breathing. So even while you're focusing on your breathing, your legs should still be kicking properly on their own. You shouldn't have to think about your arms either. If everything's moving properly on its own, then you've got it, right? That's how it is when I swim too, isn't it? You're not thinking about anything, but you're still breathing, your legs are kicking properly, and your arms are moving just right. That's what we call automation. Automation, and that is the key. So remember, practice each part separately and thoroughly, then start combining them one by one. Got it? In the beginning, you might feel slower than others. You're just practicing your kick while they're doing everything. But no, that doesn't matter at all. Swimming is all about building a strong foundation, and you need to make that foundation solid. And that's how your swimming skills will eventually take off, rising steadily just like this. But what happens if you just rush through your kicking, rush through your breathing, and rush through your arm movements? Then your foundation stays weak and your skills will only go so far. So when you're just starting out, build a strong foundation. That's how you'll really improve fast and strong. Got it? That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.